Good morning. Thank you for joining, everybody. Thank you for your patience. We'll probably have people like popping in as they're seeing those messages. We got a lot of people here who need our help today, and we are here to share some inspiration and stories about how we have recovered from today's topic is autoimmune disorders and Hashimoto's, as well as athletic. Now, I know that seems odd to pair those two together, but you guys are going to see how they're connected. So we're going to share a few stories. I'm going to invite a couple of friends of mine on, including myself. And my name is Rachel Balancet. I am a regenerative health practitioner. I practice clinical iridology as well as cellular detox. And I also am an Ayurvedic practitioner. That's part of my background. And I'm also just a scholar of nutrition. And many of you might be coming in from the Healing Hashimoto's support group. The Healing Hashimoto's Naturally. So we're going to chat a little bit about how I recovered and other people here recovered from Hashimoto's. We're also going to chat a little bit about, we'll have some other people share from other autoimmune disorders, MS, for instance, and you're going to hear how this protocol that we all discovered and found helped us transform our health and recover completely. Some people are still in their process of recovery. Some people are at the tail end of their 90 days. Some people are, have like well beyond that and like just still feeling great, like myself. And basically, I'll just go ahead and begin sharing my story. And let me just take a deep breath, kind of like rushed in here. Oh, all these people coming in. All right. It's good to start being grounded, yeah? All right, good. So long story short is that I was struggling with Hashimoto's for 9 years, struggling with adrenal fatigue. So I would take like 5 naps a day, was just literally unable to work. I was turning away all my wedding photography clients. I was not able to even do any advertising or even take on any more than 1 wedding a month, which was even barely doable for me. I lost my morale. I didn't want to work anymore. I didn't want to do anything anymore. I just wanted to lay in bed. And I imagined myself at some point that I would be a homeless elder living out of my car or living on the streets begging for money because I couldn't imagine ever working again. It was that bad. And I know some of you can relate because you've either been there or maybe you're there now. And I was struggling with adrenal fatigue as well as brain fog. So I couldn't even think of words to say. I couldn't remember anything. It felt like early dementia. I would have lapses of 30 minutes to an hour where I didn't know what I'd been doing for the last half hour to an hour. That's brain fog in extreme. I also had incredible vertigo, and I had just a sense of like, I was freezing all the time in my body. And I also had poor digestion. So I struggled with constipation. Some people will struggle with diarrhea and like other things, just to be honest. It's important that we talk about this because the gut is the foundation for health. And what else? I just didn't have any motivation or morale. That's really the basics of it. And I heard about this 90-day protocol and I thought, oh, okay, I heard that it was like a liver cleanse. I heard that it was a parasite cleanse. I thought, well, those are good things to do. Like we should definitely do stuff like that in our lives. I know that's healthy, but I don't know about you guys, but I had tried everything and I just would do everything that was healthy, even though I didn't get results. So I was like, this is going to be another one of those things where I'm going to do something healthy and I won't get any results probably. But I did. I had results immediately. It was pretty amazing. 10 days into the protocol, I had more energy. My brain fog went away. And I happened to lose 10 pounds, which I was about 25 pounds overweight. So that was a welcome. I was like, oh, that's cool. Lose 25 pounds, lose 10 pounds. That's nice. That was not what I was looking for. I was happy just to have my energy back and to think clearly. And I kind of thought it was too good to be true, but I continued and it stayed. I thought this is going to go away. I'll be sick again eventually, but right now I'm feeling good because I'm on a cleanse. Well, I stayed with the protocol. By the end of my protocol, I was feeling completely normal, on top of the world. I felt amazing. I continued with using these superfoods for a good year and eventually got off all of my supplements that were from my naturopath. I never took medication because I was afraid that it would shrink my thyroid. Because Hashimoto's, if you don't know what it is, it's an autoimmune disorder of the thyroid. And pretty much all autoimmune disorders have some of the same causes and conditions. Most people with autoimmune disorders struggle from at the very least fatigue. Some deal with chronic pain. Some people, almost all of them deal with some level of brain fog and gut issues. And so these are the things that all autoimmune disorders seem to have in common. So what's amazing is that this 90-day protocol is so easy to do. It's so efficient, and it's very, very accessible, affordable, and doable. And so this is something that I became passionate about sharing, because once I had my energy back, I couldn't stop climbing mountains, running, doing exercise, and I started working out at the gym, and somebody even suggested that I join a fitness competition. And I thought they were crazy, but I'm always down to do new things. I'd had a difficult year, and I thought, I'll do something different, something fun and exciting with my life. I joined them in the competition thinking I would just be with them on stage, all these ladies, and have fun. Well, to my surprise, I won. I won first place in the 40 and up division in evening gown. And then I won first place in the 20 and up, ages 20 and up competition. And I thought, that's amazing. Not what I expected at all. I was literally floored. I offered these, these trophies to my parents who both died that year. And I thought, well, thanks for their blessing. I felt that they were behind that, helping me behind the wings. And I just felt like, I wanted to just offer that back to them. And so I remember being on stage and I went like this, like, thank you. And this is for you guys, with tears rolling down my face. So because of that, because of my story, I thought today I would do something different, and we will talk about the autoimmune protocol. We'll talk about the overall 90-day protocol. That's it's really a liver cleanse, and it helps reduce metals in the blood, and it also helps with killing parasites. So these three things are really the basis of and killing pathogens, which include viral loads. So parasites are also a pathogen. So this is an exciting protocol, but I want to first inspire you with some people who've actually done this transformation and have had amazing results. And I'm feeling drawn to Shree right there for some reason. I just feel like, would you be willing to come on, put you on the spot? Shree's a dear friend who also used to live in Sebastopol. I'm in Northern California, and we met here. We were in Ashtanga yoga class together. I also used to go to this group that she and her husband facilitated, which was like basically doing shadow work and learning how to communicate, and just really beautiful group processing. And so she's an incredible Shine Song practitioner as well. So she does like deep healing on the gut. She helps people do massage on the belly and deep into the organs, and helping releasing emotions and toxicity that way. I'm sure you could. I might be blowing it, but you can tell it. But I just wanted to say that you have a lot of experience. She also teaches 5 Elements dance, and she's a shamanic practitioner. She's just an amazing human overall. So let's hear your story, Shree. Thanks for being here today.
Thank you. Yeah, thanks for sharing your story. I always listen to your story and always get something different out of it.
Thank you.
Amazing, your journey.
Thanks, honey.
Healing. Yeah, so my husband and I were living in Maui, and we didn't realize that the mold that was in the house, because I seen black mold around in the closet and the clothes, and I never knew anything about mold. I just thought, oh, this is just mold. It's not like the mold that people are talking about. And then also my husband started wheezing, and then I started feeling pain in my joints, and then having panic attacks. And then when we eat out, I end up like, there were times I had to call the ambulance because I thought I was going to die, and throwing up, and then all of a sudden having to go to the bathroom. Like, all this stuff was happening to me. And then I went to the doctors, and then she mentioned that a naturopath that, and she has Hashimoto's, or had, I don't know where she's at now, but she said you have Hashimoto's and low thyroid. So I think that all this happened because of the mold. And then so I tried everything, you name it, the AIP diet, the keto diet, even the carnivore diet for like 8 months with the carnivore. But nothing was recovering my health all the way through. And then I tried 3 naturopaths, And all they were doing was giving me supplements. And I was like spending like $300 a month on supplements, like all this. I just couldn't, my table was just full of supplements. And I'm like, there's got to be something. Like, I couldn't really find like what was going to recover. And so the naturopaths just told me to do that, or the doctors, and all these supplements. And then I found Rachel's site on Facebook, and I thought, wow, we tried everything. And I saw that all these people were recovering their health, the testimonials. And I thought, you know what, I'm going to give this a try. So I was just so like, I wanted, because I was like really having a hard time. I would have to call the ambulance at least at that point once a week, because I literally thought I was going to die from the panic attacks. They were so intense. And it was coming from the gut. And what I figured out, the mold exposure. And then so I tried it out. The first 2 days I was in bed blowing my nose and not feeling so good, detoxing the mold, probably the metals, the parasites. And then my husband decided to try it like 5 days later. And then he was in bed detoxing as well. And then he lost, well, he was limping at the time. He was in pain, like with gout, and then just wheezing from the mold exposure. And he was actually walking with a cane at that time. And then he got rid of his cane from drinking this replacement meals. And he lost 25 pounds in 30 days, and he stopped wheezing, and he felt so much better. And then for me, I went to the doctors I was in after the 90 days, and they said, how did you do this? Usually they see like a point down, but actually I was able to get off my thyroid medication and got back to normal, my thyroid. And then no more Hashimoto symptoms, no more panic attacks, no more insomnia, no more leaky gut. Everything is gone now. And I really feel that everything helped, but I really felt it was that parasite cleanse that I did. And I did that like 3 times. And I'll tell you, something just lifted. I felt like I'm doing it again because I love it so much. I just get better and better and more energy. And I just felt better overall. And I'm just so grateful that I found Rachel and her site, because even naturopaths, they were just giving me supplements. And it was about detoxing. I don't realize that. Detoxing the metals, the glyphosates, the liver, detoxing the thyroid and the gut. And it's a little bit about supplements, but really it came down to that I had to get rid of this virus in my body, which not my husband, my mother, she had the Epstein-Barr virus. And I used to get herpes like on my lips. I don't get them anymore. It's been a long time, but I think that this virus, whatever was in my body, whether it's the Epstein-Barr virus or the CMV virus, it took away that too, all gone. And that's pretty much the pathogens as well. And I'm just so grateful that I found this protocol. It was just a blessing. And because there's nothing like it. And the glyphosate supplement, I can't find anything out there that gets rid of glyphosates. And so important. So thank you. Yeah.
Thank you. And so Rick, your husband, got off of his, he was out walking with crutches. And so he's no longer in pain. And it's pretty incredible that his gout has subsided like that. And I've seen him walking and running around. It's pretty amazing. He looks healthy as a horse. You guys look
Yeah,
great.
he is healthy. Yeah. And then he fell off the wagon, and he went and started drinking coffee every day because he was feeling so good, right? And he was going out
Mhm.
drinking coffee, and then he was eating all this food out there, like Impossible burgers and just whatever. And then all of a sudden he had a heart flutter and ended up in the hospital because of that. And then now he's taking the heart supplements and the kidney supplements. And his doctor the other day just broke his blood pressure medication in half.
Oh, awesome.
That
That is
gone.
fantastic news.
Because he was like, oh, I better do this again. And then now
Yeah.
he's gonna
Beautiful.
and his doctor said he can't get off his medication from it because he looked
Right.
at the stuff he's taking. He's all, yeah, do this, keep doing this. You'll be able to get off the medication all the way through. That's what his
Amazing.
cardiologist told him.
That is fantastic news. I celebrate that. Yay, yay, Rick. And so, and now your Hashimoto's has subsided and you're feeling amazing and doing a beautiful, lots of movement. I see you just very active in your life over there and teaching your
I feel
classes.
better than I was 20 years old. I'm doing so many things and I have all this energy now and I'm just so
Yeah.
grateful. Yeah, thank
Yeah,
you.
I like to say 50 is the new 20. When I was in my 40s, I said 40s was new 20. I'm like, no, 50s is still the 20s. I'm like, nothing's changing. I'm still feeling on top of the world. That's great. Awesome. And then like, how about you, Michele? You have such a beautiful story as well. Michele comes from a background of having MS for many years. And you're like on month 5, right, Michele? Sorry to put you on the spot there.
Well, I started at the end of August. August 28th is when I started.
Mhm.
Yeah, I've been doing good. I went from 17 medications down to 3 medications. My pain is getting better. I've gotten off of some of the narcotics that I was taking for pain. And now I am able to walk. And I went to the dentist yesterday and he's like, oh my gosh, you look great. And I said, well, I only am using this scooter to get to my dentist. I use it as my car now because I can walk and that's all I use it for now. So,
So I remember like halfway through the protocol, you said I walked to my mailbox for the first time in 8 years. You'd lived there 8 years and you'd never walked to
yeah.
the mailbox. You'd always thought taking your scooter. And so the first time you're able to go, and that's so cool. Your mailbox is out in front. Yeah.
Well, my mailbox actually is about 5 houses down from where I live.
Mm. Okay. And you got off how many medications?
I went from 17 medications. Now I'm taking 3 medications.
That's incredible. And what are the medications that you got off? What were they for?
Well, inflammation, narcotics for pain. Let's see. Oh my gosh, cholesterol medications. I was on 2 different cholesterol medications. I was on 2 different narcotics. I was on I'm trying to think.
Those are a
I
lot. I mean,
haven't
that's
taken
plenty.
it for so long now. I don't remember what they're for.
That's great. That's awesome. Yeah, that's wonderful. Thank you for sharing that story. It's really, really incredible. And it's so, you're not even, you're like on your 5th month. I think you like did the 90-day protocol. So you're 2 months past the 90-day protocol and you're feeling great and you look great. And you lost a lot of weight too. Do you even know how much weight you lost?
Oh,
I mean,
yeah, I
after,
lost. And that was one thing that I've lost 40 pounds. I was
wow.
saying 35, but I weighed yesterday because I was weighing something else.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh,
Incredible shrinking
I'm
woman.
like 104 pounds now. And that's what I weighed when I was before I had kids.
Amazing. Oh my gosh, that's great. Well, I want to like hop over to Glenneth because Glenneth also had Hashimoto's and he had sleep apnea and also your man. We got to have like some balance here on the call. So, and then I want to hear from Gunter. So, could you just maybe just like a really quick synopsis of your before and after?
Oh, sure, sure. Yeah, I wasn't doing real well before I started this. I was working 50 and 60-hour weeks, having to take a CPAP to work because I had sleep apnea, and I hated that thing. And also had hypothyroid, and the combination of those things, I didn't realize. I'd put on a lot of weight. I had this massive gut. So one day I saw a post of Rachel's. I said, I was pretty impressed. I know Rachel. I've known her for years. And I said, I got to try this. So I did. And the first month, I dropped 25 pounds, 7.5 inches off my gut. And I had a test for my sleep apnea scheduled, a sleep study. and the results were one breath from normal. And they said I could get off the CPAP. And I went, oh my God, are you kidding me? I mean, I was just impressed looking in the mirror, the change. And then I've kept on that now for like 9 years. But the 5th month I was on it, I was able to titrate back my meds for hypothyroid. And the 5th month I was able to get off of that as well. So no meds. And yeah,
What was the medication you were on?
Armor thyroid.
Okay.
Yeah, it's pig thyroid. I did a lot of reading, and it looked like that was a better option if you're going to use meds, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, but I prefer none, right? and that it's just working right. So anyhow, yeah, I just had a birthday yesterday. I'm 72, and I can't believe that being 72 feels this good, really. I mean, that seems so much older than I feel. So anyhow, that's my
Happy
story as quick as I.
birthday.
Yes.
Happy birthday.
Thank
We
you.
love you.
Happy birthday.
Yeah. So now we're gonna move over to Gunter. Gunter is my my athletic partner in crime over there. He did my 90-day. After once I started winning awards, all of a sudden I'm like, well, we should do a 90-day with the team. And so he actually joined and did my 90-day workout, my fitness group. So I went from like couch potato, unable to work, living on my couch to sleep most of the time, to becoming this, champion athlete. And then look at what good shape he's in. And he just started the 90-day, the next 90-day that he's actually leading right now. So we're doing like a 90-day athletic that anybody who wants to do this protocol, you can, once you start feeling better, if you want, you can like join us in the 90-day and then become professional athletes yourself if you want to go that route. So Gunter, tell us a little bit about your experience before and after doing the protocol. You weren't somebody who was sick. You were somebody who was already pretty much healthy when you started the protocol. And so I think it's important to show that as well, because you don't have to be sick to like take your health into your hands. But what did you experience?
Yeah, my experience was I was a touring drummer. I was basically touring every weekend. I was traveling a lot. I was taking the shakes already, and that was helpful for me. But then COVID hit, and all that came to a stop. And then in those 3 months after the initial feeling was clear that we're not all going to die, and that money was coming in even for people like me who were gig workers, I then indulged a little bit too much in IPAs, which are strong beers. So basically, I treated the whole thing as an extended Christmas vacation, and started cooking for my kids at 5 p.m., having a beer, have another one, maybe some special chocolate, have some wine. And after doing that for 3 months, for the first time in my life, as a drummer, I was always pretty fit. I was drumming a rock band, so it's a physical thing basically. And I like the outdoors, I like sports, so that was never a problem. But then I realized, after taking the, how can I put it, the comfortable, lazy route for 3 months, that I had for the first time in my life a beer gut. And thankfully, I'm a very vain person, and I realized I was not having it. Like, no, that's not okay with me. And to be honest, I also, on the inside, I mean, this is the thing that we often, I guess, I mean, you guys talked about that you feel so good. I mean, and you can't measure that. There is no, you can't weigh it. You can't measure it. It's just a feeling thing. And I didn't feel so good, really. I mean, that's really what it comes down to. I had a beer gut. I didn't feel so good. Like, okay. So I thought, okay, I'm just going to do a cleanse again. So I always was using the products like once a day, like the Core 4. But I thought, okay, I'm going to do a cleanse. And then I did the cleanse, and I did the accelerated schedule, which means I did a 10-day intense part. And on the 3rd day of that 10-day part, I was in the kitchen, I was looking outside, and there was nobody there. And I just said, I feel great. And the moment the words came out of my mouth, I was like, I feel, wow, when is the last time I felt that? I feel great, not good, I feel great. Like, this is incredible. And I rewound in my head, like, when did I last time feel great? Like, in my 40s? No. 30s, no. 20s, no. And I arrived at 12. It's like, okay, when I was 12.
Oh my God.
Like I felt like that energy, just like happy and hey, and let's go outside, play. Like that
Aw.
kind of really child energy, which is great. And I just thought, oh, I'm gonna keep doing it. So
Oh
I
my
just kept on doing, I just did the cleanse. After the cleanse, I did go back to drinking. I still haven't had any alcohol, and that's been a great, that's been just really wonderful. And I'm not craving it. So then Rachel came along and said, hey, do you want to do a 90-day athletic program? I said, what does that mean? It's like, okay, we're just going to do workouts on Zoom, like 4 days a week, like about an hour. I thought, okay. And she said, imagine there will be like a bodybuilding competition at the end of it. I've never done anything like that either. So I thought, oh, how fun. And it was, and it was the pandemic. So I thought, okay, I'm just going to do that. Here's my son now, who has no idea that I'm talking. Hello.
Hey there.
Hey, Theo. I'm just talking. Would you mind? 1 minute, please. I really have to talk.
Can we have ice cream?
No.
After we eat our breakfast?
No, thank you.
But you can.
Was that ice
After.
cream for breakfast? I heard. You guys heard ice cream for
She's like,
breakfast.
can we have breakfast? Ice cream after breakfast? Like, no, not yet.
That's hysterical.
Um,
Wow, that's such a great story, Gunter. That is so, inspiring. And yeah, just like so continue what we're gonna say. Did you want to finish?
yeah, and just so the 90 days, we did the 90 days and we saw it through, and the results were really quite incredible. And I felt great, and since then I just kept on with it. I'm feeling very, very good. And and now is the time to do the 90 days again. So
All right.
Rachel and I decided why don't we do another 90 days? But this
Yes.
time we're co-leading.
I'm gonna share my screen. Let's see. Wait, hang on. Where is Gunter? Hold on. You guys are gonna get to see his fun before and after picture. Here we go. Okay, hang on. Here it is. Ta-da-da! I think you really could enter the bodybuilding competition. This is what's possible, and this is how amazing it is for the gut, that we can actually like transform our gut health. My gut completely repaired. I felt amazing afterwards. I stopped having bloating and stopped having difficulty with constipation, all of that. I became normal. Ideally, we want to be having 2 to 3 bowel movements a day. Otherwise, you're considered constipated, according to nutritionists, myself, according to me. And so that's what we're aiming for. And I'm gonna also just show you guys what the 90-day protocol looks like, so that if you're interested, you can. And this is something that we like to customize for people individually because everyone's different. I don't just throw it out there and just say, here, go order on your own. It's like, have a conversation with us. It doesn't cost anything to talk to us. We'll help you, make your choices and choose, what you want to do. But let me go ahead and share my screen so you can see what it is. So this is the Purium 90-day protocol. And, if you choose that you want to do this, you can just, whoever invited you to the Zoom can give you a gift card for 25% off of this pack. This is the pack right here. You get to choose which one you want. So there's a ULT. I recommend for everyone with Hashimoto's or any kind of autoimmune disorder is the ULT Immune, because this has the zincate in it. And then if you want to do the athletic, you can do the ULT Performance because it has some MVP Sport protein shakes and some before and after workout stuff. And so I'm going to go over the ULT Immune, but just know the ULT Performance is also available. But today I'm going to talk about the ULT Immune pack, which is, this is the first 30 days. And so you automatically get 30 days shipped to you every month for the first 3 months. And then it goes down to the maintenance pack, which I'll go over. But what's so amazing is that 90 days, this is called the Ultimate Lifestyle Transformation. It's made by Purium Health Products. And the founder of this company is just a genius. He's just an incredible scholar of nutrition. He's well-known, well-revered. He and Amy fought for the USDA organic food label. They actually lobbied so that that the United States would actually have a USDA organic food label. So that label exists because of the founders of our company. I think that's a good fact to know. So you understand where the heart is, where these people's heart is. So this is 30 days, and it takes like 90 days to make or break a habit. And so the whole point of this is not just to like get you just on these products, but actually to train your body to appreciate and actually thrive in a new lifestyle of nutrition. And so this is just sort of like a gateway. Okay, they talk about gateway drugs. This is sort of like your gateway health pack to help you into a lifestyle that's actually going to help you alkalize your system, detox your liver, clean your kidneys, kill parasites, and overall make you feel better. But then you want it to last, right? You don't want to just do that and then go back to what you're doing, or you'll end up right where you are again, right? So this isn't about like one and done. You do it once and you're done. This is about creating a lifestyle of nutrients in your body. So what's in here? We've got the greens. This power shake, as you get 4 bags of these, and you get to choose which shakes you want, and that's where we can like customize for you. But this is one shake is equivalent to 6 microgreen salads, and this is a meal. This is something that is filling. You're going to feel satiated afterwards because you're getting so much nutrients. Nutrients is what makes a person feel full. A lot of people think it's calories. No, actually, nutrients makes a person feel full. If we're not getting enough nutrients, we'll tend to overeat and like end up eating things that we don't want. If we get hungry at the end of the day, we'll start craving sugar because our body's looking for immediate fuel, right? So these green drinks are your greens. Then you've got your fruit over here, the apothecary juice. You're going to take 2 tablespoons of this at night, and this is equivalent to like 14 pieces of fruit, 12 pieces of fruit. All right. So you're supposed to ideally actually have about 12 pieces of fruit per day. Did anyone know that you're supposed to have 12 pieces of fruit per day to get your level of antioxidants that you need? So that was really a surprise for me when I learned that. But this is your way of getting it. This is going to make sure you get that. It's concentrated tart cherry juice. It has naturally occurring melatonin. So it also helps with deep sleep, but it also helps with detoxing the brain. So those of you with brain fog, oh, this is going to make you feel so much better. And it's also going to help. It also helps with cortisol, so balancing hormones. So if you're struggling with like, the donut around the waist, that also is an example of cortisol, how it expresses itself in the body. It can just be like a donut. And that actually is going to go down with the support of this because it's going to help balance your hormones, your cortisol levels. Then you've got your proteins. We got your greens, your fruits, your vegetables, and your protein, right? Everyone's always worried about protein. Well, there is protein in the power shake, but there's also a protein here. The Super Aminos 23 is the building blocks for protein. This is literally protein in a bottle. They're tablets. You take 5 twice a day, and you do the shakes twice a day. You take 5 of these twice a day, and this is literally energy. This is like turns fat into muscle. It helps build muscle when you're sleeping. You don't even have to work out, and your body will start to like be more strong. You'll start to feel more strength in your body. It's pretty amazing. And I don't live without these. These are like a daily part of my life. And then we've got the Biomedic, which is your probiotics. So this is like a very well-rounded day right here, right? You got your fruits, you got your vegetables, you got your proteins, and you got your probiotics. So the Biomedic removes glyphosate. That's one of the most amazing things it does. And glyphosate is the toxin in Roundup. And so we have double-blind studies that prove that glyphosate is reduced by 74.5% in 6 weeks. Your body doesn't get rid of toxins easily. You have to actually extract them out, and that's what this does. And it restores the gut microbiome. Yeah. And it helps grow back the villi, the little hairs that absorb nutrients in the gut. So that's what the Biomedic does. And then you've got the Super Cleanser herbs. This is a parasite cleanse right here. So the Super Cleanser herbs you take for 10 days the first month and 10 days the second month. So you have a 20-day, you have 20 days apart. And this is going to help kill parasites. and sweep out the colon. Parasites like to live in that mucoid plaque in the colon that's created by eating dairy, by having fats in your diet, by eating meat. Those things cause mucoid plaque, and then parasites like to burrow in and live there. So this helps sweep out the colon and kill parasites. And then we have the zinc aid, which is really beautiful for anyone struggling with, health issues. If you have any kind of, if you have COVID, this can help you recover from COVID. If you want to prevent COVID, this can help you prevent it. I'm not saying it will prevent it, but it definitely helps strengthen your immune system so that you can. It has zinc, as well as, like it says right here on the pack, C, A, D, and E. Those are the vitamins it has, vitamin C, A, D, and E. So this is really amazing for anyone with autoimmune disorders. I highly recommend it. And you also get this free blender right here. So, you can just take this on the go. I'm actually going to Hawaii and bringing this all with me to Hawaii for 10 days. This is going to be 2 of my meals a day, plus my fruits. This is going to be how I live, and I'll just maybe eat 1 meal out a day. So this is great to travel with. What does this cost? So this one with the immune support is $13 a day. And so what does 13 cover? So just split that in half. So it's $6.50 for your breakfast with all your supplements, and then $6.50 for your lunch with all of your supplements. So now that said, I want you to think about how this could possibly save you money, because it saved me money. It saved me about $300. It's about $300 a month doing this protocol, because I wasn't eating out. I wasn't like buying snacks. I wasn't buying coffee. I wasn't buying things that, cost a lot of money. And most of the time, I could easily spend between $10 and $20 on a meal. If I'm cooking at home, I'm probably spending, $8 to $10 on every meal. If I eat out, I'm probably spending $25 on a meal, anywhere between the very minimum $20 and probably even up to 30 or more. So this is an incredible way to save money. So I like to think of this as a money saver, right? You are investing in your health by doing this, but it's really more of a money saver. And it's going to save you time in the kitchen and give you an opportunity to just like have a simple life for a while. And you do this for 30 days. And then you do it again the following month. And so the first month is really cleansing. The first 2 months is really the cleansing part. And then the last month is like your body is now starting to form really good habits, because there's also a food protocol that we recommend with this. And you'll get that information one-on-one when you order, because we're going to, customize it for each person depending on what your needs are. So the retail value is $530, but you're going to get it for $397, which is $130 off. So that's 25% off. And again, that's $13 a day. Okay. If the second and third months are cheaper, it goes down in price. And so I'm going to just go ahead and click get started. And now I'm going to look at when you order. So this is how you order. It says month 1, today's order. And again, make sure you get the link from the person who invited you, so you get the 25% off code. So would you like to customize this? I'm going to click, would you like to customize? Okay. So when I do that, now I can drop down, use a drop down menu right here and choose my shakes. I recommend 2 power shakes, whatever flavors you want. And I recommend 2 super meal shakes. There's original super meal. There's a vanilla chai, which is my favorite. I tend to like to do all super meal. But some people love the power shake. I love them both. So get a variety and try it out your first month. You can always change or stop at any time. You can always stop if you don't want to do all 90 days. You can just cancel. You can also customize from month to month. You can change what you want, what you have in your box from month to month. So notice it goes down. So the first month is 408 and the second month is 378, because there's no super cleanser herbs in the second month and the third month. And again, just choose your shakes. And then month 4, as it goes down to 232, which is like $7 a day. And that's basically has half of what's in the pack. This is like half of what's in the pack above. But yeah. So you can just add those to cart. and then it'll just set up for auto ship. You only get charged once a month when it comes out, when it's sent out to you. So you're only paying for 1 month at a time. You don't have to pay for the whole 90 days up front. Just want to make sure that's clear. So yeah, that's, you know, what happens there. And as you may be able to tell, we are always, you know, wanting to help spread this information to as many people as possible. There's so many people out there who need help and are struggling with their health. I have a huge Hashimoto's group that's 4,500 people, and I always could use help helping people in there get educated. So if you are interested in earning some additional income, if you'd like to consider being an affiliate with us, joining our team, just let us know. We can set that up for you. That's a separate endeavor. But you can, you know, no pressure on that. Just want you to know that we're, you know, open to that and receiving you on our team. And I also want to open it up to questions about, you know, the health. If you have any questions about the protocol, usually what I do at this time is I'll stop the recording, and so create some privacy so you can ask questions if you want to. If you have any personal questions, it won't be recorded. But yeah, I just want to thank everybody for joining today and for taking your health and your, you know, life into your hands. This is a big deal. It's a big step. And one of the things that can sometimes get in people's way is the fear of cravings. Like, oh, I have so many cravings. How am I going to change everything? You are going to eat throughout the day, and you are going to have a meal. Okay. So you're going to get to have a nice, clean, green meal. You're going to get to, you know, you can snack on as much fruits and vegetables as you want throughout the day. And I was wondering if 1 or 2 people might want to share what their experience was around the cravings. Maybe Kristen, do you want to share what it was like around the, oh, and Michelle's on, so let's talk about her cravings. You want to go, Michele? Okay. And then Kristen.
Well, I was a chocoholic, and I said to Kristen, I'm not going to stop my chocolate because I loved chocolate. But, you know, and my iced coffee, flavored iced coffee, caramel, you know, chocolate, whatever. It just stopped. I didn't. So what I tell people, don't worry about what you're taking out. Worry about what you're putting in. Because those, I'm like, those cravings will just go away.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm telling you, they'll just go away.
True that. True that. Thank you, Kristen.
Yes, absolutely. That was amazing. I wasn't expecting that for those cravings to go away. And I thought I was eating healthy. I have MS, and I thought I was eating healthy for a long time. I thought I was eating organic, but I just had like a lot of things that I was doing that built up. A lot of coffee, alcohol, all of the little things. I would eat the sugary things. I would just have whatever I wanted. And then on the protocol, yeah, things started going away. I didn't want the chips and the carbs because I'm eating fruit, and an apple would fill me up now. And before, an apple would make me more hungry. And now I'm just getting satiated with fruits and vegetables, and that completely satisfies me.
Thank you, Kristen. And one of the reasons that cravings go away is because our body's becoming alkaline. And when you become alkaline, your tongue starts craving more alkaline foods. So it has a direct effect. So you will stop craving those things. So that's why we say, just add this in, and eventually the cravings will stop. So we don't say fight yourself and like force yourself to not have those things. You can eat those things in the first 10 days, you know, in the first couple of weeks, so you can like slowly taper off of those when it becomes natural to you and you start to feel like, I don't want those things anymore. A lot of people stop craving coffee. They start feeling like, oh, coffee tastes bitter and I don't even need that anymore, because now it gives I have plenty of energy, and now coffee gives me the jitters. That's what happened to me. All of a sudden I was like, I can't even touch coffee. It like kills me. Now it's just like too much energy. So yeah. So anyway, we'll end with that. I'm going to end the recording with that. Anyone who wants to do the protocol, again, reach out to the person who invited you for the 25% off discount, and you'll get support, free support the entire time. You get, you know, we're going to be alongside you every month. We have these support Zooms every week where you can ask questions. And then we also have a Facebook group with lots of recipes and some cooking shows and lots of information. So we're always here by your side. All right. Thank you, and have a great day, everyone.